Manga ikoni, mteja patikani manze namba isomi. Hizi street daily tuko mamishoni, tunawabeba kama zile feri za Likoni. Kila siku niko manga ikoni, mteja patikani manze namba isomi. Hizi street daily tuko mamishoni, tunawabeba kama zile feri za Likoni. Kila siku niko manga ikoni, manga ikoni. Kila siku niko manga ikoni, manga ikoni. Kila siku niko manga ikoni, manga ikoni. Kila siku niko manga ikoni, manga ikoni.
Hits na mabanga like bang, roadblock imeja mambanga like damn. Switch lanes, vile niliwaondokea. It's like we are the only ones rapping out here. Ghetto fabulous for 20 niko East Lando. They can handle us for the nime rich bado. Ni wakukamile design wa overdo. Usidai kubamba cruise kiza, usilete udesperado. Hey, city to city, my ex wanna retweet it. Na nikifika scene dili shageuka ni biggie. No nitty gritty, check the analytics. Hata tukwe watano taga wana 50-50 family code. 100% respect, how it is bro. You try to sabotage, how far, how did it go? The stone that the builder refused. Now it's brick after brick, voice na biti confused.
Kila siku niko manga ikoni, mteja patikani manze namba isomi. Hizi street daily tuko mamishoni, tunawabeba kama zile feri za Likoni. Kila siku niko manga ikoni, mteja patikani manze namba isomi. Hizi street daily tuko mamishoni, tunawabeba kama zile feri za Likoni.
Yeah, force na kosi inafanya wanawika woi. Si ati ni jokes, mi ndo reason rappers watu boy. But of course, hizi pande wananita moi. Kumamake ndio manake na kuja visimple boy. Nairobi ni mahangaiko, ndio reason imefanya sinema vinyangariko. Pale Malaya huku wezi kila pande tuko. Juu ya pesa imefanya manze jiji ina vituko. Stone face ni kanye rigichi, ikifikia ni bidii. Tunajituma tukikanyaga mpaka CBD. Na kumvuka TBT, hizi shida shigidi zilifanya mamorio wakageuka mapididi. But anyway ni juu ya kukosa cheda na kadhalika. Tukiongeza na vitu kama meda masa imefika. Hakuna gede ya kulala my brother. Juu utazikwa ukishikwa ukipiga na ngeta.
Kila siku niko manga ikoni, mteja patikani manze namba isomi. Ili tuko mamishoni, tunawabeba kama zile feri za Likoni. Kila siku manga ikoni, mteja manze namba isomi. Hizi street daily tuko mamishoni, tunawabeba kama zile feri za Likoni. Sikiza punch na kick ile teke ya Ian Njoroge. Bado na roga siezi acha hata waniroge. Nasikia Mombasa wamekataa kaveve kazoze. Man, I'm still dropping these bangers in the city of Nairobi. Yeah, anako pressure kiwa studio na flex. Tunavuka boda mpaka tizi kwa kina Max. Pay me what you want me brother, no more no less. Ngumi ni mwex, anytime na pull up na jesh. Nikizaazaa tuko mtu kama dozen mbili. Kwa bloodline ina damu ya mekatilili. Usipojikaza mjini watakutumia we dada na braza. Chunga wapo wengi makatili. All eyes on me.
Karibuni sana, hope you guys are doing amazing. I really love this jam. Can never get enough of it, literally. But that is a son of Afrocentric, featuring the one and only Caterpillar and the one and only Elisha Lai. The name of the jam is Manga Ikoni, meaning suffering, which is of course a norm in this life. Let nobody lie to you that there's no ups and downs in life. They are there. They're there. The times you're gonna be broke, the times you're gonna be winning, the times you're not gonna be winning, the times you're gonna be sick, the times you're gonna be healthy.
Ups and downs teach you how to live.
The times you're gonna be frowning. So yeah, life has ups and downs, and it's how you choose to tackle it. If you wanna stay there stagnant, or you wanna dust off yourself and wake up and go grind harder, because nobody has got you. Literally, nobody has you. It's you and you yourself. Literally, nobody has you. It's you and you yourself. It's either ujitume. We say in Swahili, it's either ujitume ama utumwe. So that you literally push yourself towards success, or you stay there stagnant, literally. And stagnant leads to poverty, nothing else. But karibuni sana. My name is Joby Travanus here on YouTube for all our YouTube channels, and of course on BitChute. Returning listeners on the radio station, on Spreaker, Spotify. I hope you guys are doing amazing this wonderful Tuesday afternoon from my end. It's actually a very hot, chilly afternoon, I'd say. It's kind of hot, it's kind of chilly. It looks like it's gonna rain. It's been raining literally throughout the whole weekend, throughout the whole week, every morning, every night. It's just been raining. But let me know the weather on your end. And of course, welcome to another episode of the Pan African Bliss. As we talk about African countries need to stay ready because of any possibility of war. And I think we're going to be discussing this again regarding on what is happening in Iran. We've seen so many Africans currently now Some are shocked, some are actually comfortable. I love the fact that some people are saying that Gen Z is the most unserious generation because we're seeing people making jokes about this war, and we're trying to relate. I think yes, we're trying to relate with I think the you guys generation, during World War One, probably World War Two, people are not making.
We wasn't born. World War II. That's my grandmother's generation. That's our grandmother's generation. God damn, World War II. We, God damn, we wasn't even around during the Vietnam War. That's my mama's generation. Vietnam. You said World War II, World War One. World War One would be my great grandmother, great grandfather. God damn.
Who are there, I still think they are not really joking so much about life. I feel like the Gen Zs really joke so much about life.
Nah, everybody jokes. Everybody has jokes about life. Like everybody jokes about serious things in life that happen, especially in Black American culture. That's what we do. We roast, we joke about things. So that's normal for us because you gotta be able to joke about even the bad things. That will make things funny. You got to be able to put some things into context. You got to be able to joke about everything. You can't take life so seriously all the time. We know it's war. I'm joking about the war. I'm loving it. Tell you the truth, I'm loving America getting bloody, getting knocked in the mouth. I'm glad because they thought this is how arrogant white people are. They're so despicable as a people, and I mean that. The Iranians knew that they were going to come. And so they've been preparing forever. Like they said, over 40 years, they've been preparing. They knew they would come. They said they're going to come. That's their nature. That's just what the Iranians said. We knew they would come. I'm listening to every podcast. Yes, they said we knew they were coming. So we just slowly prepared. Of course, we're small, but we're supposed to be a small, backward, fucked up country. They said, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But we trained our children. We learned technology. We trained them and we kept our mouths shut. But we prepared because we know how these people are and they're coming to steal our shit. No matter what we say, no matter what we try to do, all these fake negotiations, I try to tell people, don't ever believe what white people tell you. They come, you got something they want, they're coming to see you. You need to know that. So they said, hey, we just prepared. We knew they were coming. So now they killed our leader and killed all these people. Now they're crying because you guys don't know. Iran killed all Israel's top officials, blew their ass up in a goddamn meeting in Israel, blew them up. And now everybody's crying, right? All the Gulf states, shout out to them. I told you, everybody knows it's history. See, they tried to dumb the world down. I told you all these countries, just like they did Africa, all these countries we call it the Middle East. It's really Northeast Africa, really by African people. But these countries are all created by the British and the French. Oh, the Rothschild family created all these fake ass Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Bahrain, Qatar. These all created fake ass countries, which Iran said they were. I bet so. Which they said they are. So Iran knew they were going to come attack them because, you must follow what the Rothschilds would put a bank in there and steal people's shit. So they'll be rich and you'll stay fucked up and poor. They won't tell you this on the news because they don't know the news. And if you say they own everything, you're called the anti-something shit. When you clearly know they own every fucking thing. You don't have any real countries. Trump, I said Joe video where they got Netanyahu holding Trump as a dog.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because everybody that gets out the bag who runs this planet, who's in control. And so Iran prepared for all these years, just kept stockpiling weapons. You guys remember Joe showed you a video probably a year and a half ago when Joe showed a video of Iran had all these bombs underground. You guys remember that video? Joe showed a video of Iran had all these bombs and missiles underground. I made just miles of that shit because they had been preparing. They knew they were coming. So now all the fake Arabic states they hit all of them. They said they're gonna keep bombing them. They said, listen, not a war against you, but everything you got, all these American bases you got there, you act like you don't got nothing to do with it. They said, if you stand, this is what Iran told you, Arabs. They said, if you stand down, we won't completely destroy your whole country. But all the American bases, they got to go. They got to go. Every American base, every American spy, shit, we know where everything's at. All the CIA is in it. All the CIA and Mossad is embedded in your countries. The CIA and Mossad are embedded in your countries. And we know where that. And if you try to stop us from bombing them, we're going to come for you. So just step out the way. If you got a building, we know it's there. Don't pretend like, oh, there's nobody in it. It's a civilian building. If you lied to us, we already know what the building really is underneath the ground. We're going to bomb it. If you get in the way, then there's going to be war on your ass. Now the Arabic states are like, oh, hey, no. Okay. So yesterday you had some American pilots get blown out the sky, right? Yet you lost some American planes. And remember those allies, all them fake Arabic states, the pilots ejected, but the people killed their ass. They said, these Americans, ain't you supposed to be the allies? They said, nah, you got Iran bombers now. So they were unalived by the people in Kuwait. Wherever them planes, wherever those pilots ejected from, those people murdered their ass. Okay? So, America, you got these fake allies. So Iran is putting in work. Because where's China? Where's Russia? I'm glad they knew not to depend on their ass. No China, no Russia. I told you that's a non-starter with that bullshit. So Africans, you better learn what you're looking at. You better learn this lesson. Better learn it. Better start building. Like you better start building real weapons. You better teach your babies how to build. Not praying. Not the Allah, Jesus. You better teach them how to build the weapons that you're getting from Russia, China. You better reverse engineer it and learn how to build it yourself. Because they're not going to conquer Iran. So you must put boots on the ground. The dirty secret told you these white people are dying. Unless they get a bunch of goopy black niggas from Africa to join their ass and fight. You don't got enough people to put no boots on the ground nowhere. And so Iran's not worried about, they're not going to invade no Iran. Iran's not worried about no invasion. They're going to keep trying to drop bombs from the sky. And so you're going to get touched. Dubai's done. Dubai, you people going to Dubai? I told you, I'll make Dubai into a parking lot. It's done. Go ahead, Joby.
It's crazy. Let me share a couple of videos on what you just mentioned about some officials of Israel being blown up in their office. Let's see if you can get any video on that as we continue.
They're getting that work.
Is he even alive?
And Netanyahu ran to Germany, was in a bunker in Germany. Because they put a fatwa. It's every Muslim responsibility. Wherever you at, you find Netanyahu, you're supposed to put a bullet in his motherfucking head. Bullet in his brain. That's your responsibility. The fatwa has been given. Trump and Netanyahu got to leave this planet. I tell you, they're going to lock Trump ass up so he can save face. They're going to lock his old ass up and let him die in prison. That's his fate. But Netanyahu, hey, that's different. It's every responsibility. He was hiding in Germany, said hiding with his people in Israel. Israel's getting blown the fuck up. He's over in Germany with his no good, wicked ass. But go ahead, Joby.
The Simpsons said Trump is gonna die on 13th or 14th of March.
And check this out. They said it's a fiction, but check this out. Remember Joey showed Britain talking shit yesterday? We're going to help the people. We're going to get into it. We're going to weak ass Britain, like Africa. Britain is a weak country. So Britain's based in Cyprus. The Iranians blew that shit up. We're going to come into the war and help the people and blah, blah, blah. And we're going to be British and drink our tea. Well, when Britain tried to start some shit in the Mediterranean, Iranians went and blew the British base up, blew it to bits. Joey can show that too. Then they got to talking that fuck shit. Britain is a weak powered people. France, Britain, Germany, they're weak. They're not like they were 100 years ago when they invaded Africa. They're now weak countries. The Africans need to know that they're weak. Iran knows they're weak. That's why they get to talking that shit. They went and blew their base up. Yeah, get your ass out of here. Go ahead.
Play this.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Is he in Israel? Is he in Germany? Is he even alive?
Exactly.
These are the questions many people are asking after the IRGC announced a surprise missile attack at Netanyahu's offices today. Just the other day, it was reported that Netanyahu may have fled to Germany, as flight trackers show the Israeli official government airplane, the Wing of Zion, landing in Berlin. It is now coming out that this may have been a decoy, that only flight crew and personnel were on board, meaning that Netanyahu would have been in Israel at the time of the Iranian strike on the prime minister's office.
Now remember, that's why Israel can go to where they want in Europe and America, because the Rothschilds control all of Europe through their fake banking scam. Switzerland, Austria, Germany, England, France, Spain, America, they control all of it. Australia, Canada, all of it. They control all of it. That's why the Jews can do all this shit and don't shit ever happen. You know why they can be lawless and don't shit ever happen to these people? They kill at will and don't shit ever happen to these people. They just kill, shit don't happen. Just kill hundreds of thousands of Palestinians and don't shit happen. And now they're sitting there crying, oh, look at us, look at the people died. Look at these people getting died by the Iranians. You attacked Iran. Iran didn't attack you. You looking for some sympathy? Have you murdered hundreds of thousands of children? It's called karma. And you're supposed to get this work, you evil motherfuckers. I'm gonna get this fake ass Holocaust shit. If you really got murdered during the Holocaust, you would have a propensity towards humanity, and you would care about people. You people don't. You're savage. You're barbarians. And now you're getting this work. Well, you just go just kill everybody. And the crazy thing about you, and we know white people, you're their lap dogs. We've been saying that. Now we're going to tell the truth. Shame the devil. You people are so despicable. You think you just kill people and then and just have people be murdered and no one's supposed to come after you. That's what that goofy British guy was saying. The Prime Minister of Britain, Iran is attacking the people around them. The people around them were orchestrating the attack and facilitating the attack on Iran. Who didn't attack nobody? Name me a country Iran has attacked in the last 200 or 300 years. Oh, nobody. So even your fake propagandist ass news that you own all of it. You own all of it. While you want a TikTok, you own all of it. So you can do your fake brainwashing narratives that you always do. Right? All your fake brainwashing narratives that you always put out there. With the axis of evil, we must go kill these people, blah, blah, blah. When they bothered nobody. Nobody. Your propaganda is breaking down. You're evil. You're evil. You're evil. Go ahead, Joby.
The fate of the Zionist prime minister was unknown. His scheduled appearances for the day had been canceled. Nobody was aware of his whereabouts. But we finally have the first photos of Netanyahu after the strike, and it appears he was indeed in his office. They officially struck the prime minister. Now, he is clearly walking away from the rubble, but that does not mean he's unscathed. We are unaware of his health at this point, if he has any injuries. But the direct targeting of Benjamin Netanyahu is huge in the war between Israel and Iran.
They're going to find him. They're going to find him. They're going to find him. They're going to get his ass. They're going to find his ass. Go ahead, Joe.
But of other senior officials. Since Saturday, Iran has retaliated with widespread strikes, targeting countries across the region, all the way from Erbil in Iraq down to Doha and Qatar.
And pause. And this is what Joby was talking about when Joby says strategy. Iran had a strategy. Said these people are going to come and see it. And if a bunch of us are murdered, because they've been murdered, a bunch of them, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to fill in the blanks. We're going to have a strategy. But Joby always said strategy. Iran had a strategy. He said, they're going to kill a bunch of us. We already know that. So what? And this is how we respond This is how we respond to them murdering us. We're not going. They think if they murder everybody at the top, well, the country's going to collapse, which most countries would do, especially in Africa, because Africa doesn't have any really. It's not a country; it's a bunch of families control shit. So we're going to say this is the strategy. We know all these Arabic countries are bought and paid for. They're bootlegs, and a bunch of them are what we call crypto Jews. They pretend to be Arabs, but they're really Jews. We know that too. Yeah, we know that too. So what we're going to do, we're going to punish their ass for siding with America. We're going to punish America. Won't be able to protect them. America now. We know that America's stupid ass gave their manufacturing to China, so they can't make a bunch of missiles and shit fast enough. Like Joe just meant, like they could in World War II. They don't got that capacity no more to do that. So eventually they're going to run out of weapons. We've been stockpiling weapons for 40 years in all these goddamn tunnels. 40 years we've been stockpiling shit. So when America finally runs out of weapons or ammunition, we're going to bomb the fuck out these places. Because America's going to try to protect them, which they're doing now, but they're going to run out. And once they run out, we're going to make these motherfuckers in the parking lots. All these beautiful buildings, seeing Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Qatar. We're going to bomb that shit to pieces. So the Arabs called Iran. They went, hey, America's not really protecting us. America can't protect you. They don't got no ammunition. They're doing the best they can. But Iran said, hey, you open up their goddamn bases and allow us to blow these fucking American bases the fuck up.
We had
go ahead, Joey.
We had Spain, which refused to allow U.S. military base on its soil to be used for strikes on Iran. Saying
Who's that, Joey?
Spain.
Of course, they better, because then they'll be hit too.
It's really bad.
It shows an object falling to the ground, sending crowds scattering.
This is your response, Joby. This is how you respond. You don't just say, well, you don't have the strategy not to respond to evil, Joby. You respond. If it means your death, then it means your death. But you respond.
Tit for tat. I believe in that. Heaven.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
There's across Gulf states being hit, like this high-rise building in Bahrain. And this is the view filmed from inside a flat.
In Bahrain.
This is the third day of the Operation Roaring Lion, the operation the Israeli army.
This is the most evilest motherfucker on the planet. This motherfucker right here is pure evil. Evil. It's not a good bonus, but this motherfucker is pure evil. Remember, these are the same motherfuckers that have been raping children, fucking them, eating them, drinking their blood, and they try to tell you about some morality. These evil, wicked motherfuckers here. Go ahead, Joby.
With our great friends, the United States of America.
Our great friends, our lapdogs. They're not their great friends. America didn't want the war, but America is controlled by the Rothschild family, who created this fake country called Is Not Real. Created this fake ass country. Go ahead, Joby.
Thwart existential threats to Israel and great threats to America and the entire world.
Great threats.
When I stand here,
who they threat to? Who they bomb? Who they kill? Oh, nobody. So they were a threat to the world. These motherfuckers are the threat to. They ones going to Venezuela and going to that place killing. These motherfuckers that are in Africa. All that shit in Africa are these motherfuckers right here. Your ISIS, your Al-Shabaabs, your Boko Harams, all this shit is them. All of it. Through Africa, through the Congo, through the Sudan, is these motherfuckers here. Don't ever act like you don't understand that when they keep talking about everybody's evil. They're the ones that are evil because they want to steal everybody's resources and put themselves on top of the world. And the Israelis are racist as fuck. It's a racist ethno state of people pretend to be something that they're not. Go ahead, Joby.
Bombarded by the terrorists in Tehran against innocent civilians. You see the difference.
The terrorists in Tehran. This don't even work no more. The terrorists in Tehran who didn't attack nobody. These motherfuckers went and blew up children because they want to see when you kill somebody's children, you demoralize them. So they wanted to go kill a bunch of school kids and so to be shocking to the mind of the Iranians. This is called demoralization. Oh my God, they kill our kids. We better stop. Sadly enough, a lot of Africans would do that bullshit instead of fight. When your babies die, you say, fuck it. What is it? Time to go to work now. So this is the most evilest shit. They just lie. They just lie. Everything come out of this wicked motherfucker's mouth is a lie. Go ahead, Joby.
Of Tehran target civilians. We target the tyrants of Tehran to protect civilians. I've said for many years that they threaten not only Israel and not only America. They chant death to Israel, death to America. That's the ultimate target.
This same old shit he been saying about. He been saying this shit for 30 years. He's brought death today. He say death to nobody. You invaded them. You killed them. You lying motherfucker. Go ahead.
Breaking news. Iran has confirmed the death of 4 senior military officials after the joint United States and Israeli strikes. Major General Abdul Rahim Mousavi, the chief of the General Staff of Iran's armed forces. Mohammad Pakpour, commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Ali Shamkhani, secretary of the Defense Council and senior military advisor. Aziz Nasirzadeh. These leaders were among the most important figures in Iran's military command structure. Their deaths represent one of the biggest blows to Tehran's security leadership in decades and mark a dramatic moment in the ongoing conflict with the U.S. and Israel. Iran has already confirmed.
Actually did nothing because they were prepared. They knew they were going to most likely die. Because you can't stay on alert. See, remember, Americans and them always sneak attack. They do all kind of sneaky shit. So they know they were coming. They were supposed to be in a conference to try not to go to war. See, now you go to these goofy conferences with these fake Europeans, always a lie. Because they're just planning to kill you. That's why now they want a ceasefire, like they said last year, so they can regroup and try to kill you again. So Iran has learned no ceasefire on nothing. We're not ceasefiring shit. So they knew they were going most likely they were going to die, but they had a contingency plan. Okay, when we die, you step up. If you die, he step up. You die, he step up. Can't be none of that goofy nepotism shit. Don't nobody really know how to do shit. Everybody must know how to do everybody's position. Can't be this my brother's cousin, and all that old goofy shit. You know. So now what you finding out? Didn't matter that you killed all the senior people because the people below them learned, and the people below them learned even more, and the people lower than them learned it. So they were ready. They knew some were going to die eventually, and they said, "This is the plan. When the shit goes down, you keep to this motherfucking plan. It's the plan." Go ahead, Joe.
Other high-profile casualties as part of the same wave of strikes, including the country's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
They thought when they killed all the senior officials, which sadly enough most countries will collapse because most countries are based on nepotism and tribal bullshit. But Iran didn't collapse because it wasn't based on that. It's based on meritocracy. They say, okay, bunch is gonna die, but we must have 3 and 4 and 5 layers down of people that can just step into these positions and continue this strategy, keep it going. So if I get blown the fuck up, the guy underneath me got to know how to do it. Then the guy underneath him, and then the guy underneath him, and then the motherfucker even underneath him has got to know what to do and how to keep shit going without the country. Like, oh, there's no leaders. Oh, and just implode. Yeah. They've been ready for your ass for 40 years. They knew you were coming. You came last year. And you begged for a ceasefire. And who ceasefire? Iran gave you a ceasefire. So they sure knew you was coming back. Because last year they were whipping your ass. Last year. And you didn't give it a whole year when you came back with your wicked shit. Right? And so now Iran said no more ceasefires. And they're right. They should bomb the fuck out your ass. All your shit is gone. Go ahead, Joe.
mourning and a possible leadership transition. Officials in Tehran say the losses are significant and have the potential to shake Iran's military hierarchy. The situation remains tense, and Iran has vowed retaliation, with missile and drone strikes reported in several neighboring countries and at U.S. bases, showing how quickly a military confrontation can expand beyond borders.
It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But we shall continue with much more of that tonight on the Africa Today show as we see what's happening, what's new. But before I do that, or before we get to shift the conversation, I want to share this video actually, which is explaining also the connection of the oil and, of course, how it's going to be affecting many countries. Let me share this video very quickly.
We're going to go high as hell because that little strait right there, Iran controls, is called the Strait of Hormuz. All oil from the so-called, that's Northeast Africa, but we're called the Middle East, which is a made-up fake term by the British. This part of Northeast Africa, that little bitty part between Bahrain right there and Iran is a cutoff point. That's where all the oil comes from, out of that little region. So they're going to cut that shit off. And that oil is sky high. You're already broke in Europe. Imagine that now your gas price is going up $30, $40, $50. Shit. You're going to collapse your economy. But go ahead, Joby.
Hormuz, what impact will it have on the entire world, and which country will be affected the most? First, let's understand what the Strait of Hormuz actually is. It is a small area of just 33 kilometers located between Iran, Oman, and the UAE. It is a narrow sea passage through which almost 20% of the world's oil supply flows, nearly 17 million barrels every day. This oil comes from 8 countries located in the Persian Gulf, including Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. For the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Qatar, 90% of their oil exports pass through this narrow route to reach the rest of the world. If Iran blocks the Strait of Hormuz, following countries will suffer the most.
They will collapse. So all you goofy Arabs, they block your money, that's your money. UAE, your fake ass kingdom, the UAE, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, you fake motherfuckers. You're done. So not only do I blow your shit up, I destroy your fake account where you pretend that you're rich. Okay, that pretension, because you've been stealing out of Africa, really. Goofy Africans ain't done nothing about it yet, but you've been stealing there. So I block all that, and your countries collapse. All your beautiful, shiny buildings, they're all fucked up. No one's coming to you. You can't get no dumbass Africans to go work there because there's no money. You can't enslave Africans. Talk to them crazy in Dubai, and Abu Dhabi, and Oman, and Qatar, because you're broke. Because you're fucking broke. Good.
Damage. First is India, because it imports 85% of its oil, and 60% of that comes from Middle Eastern countries like Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the UAE. Fuel prices in India would skyrocket, and as a result, everything related to oil.
We're going to explain enough how the UAE is getting all this, because remember the UAE has been purchasing massive acres of lands in African countries.
In Africa.
Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Uganda. Like, this is the size of the UK, as explained.
Oil and all industries would face severe disruption. Industries could shut down. There would be job losses, and the economy would be severe.
Your economy would start collapsing. Collapse your economy.
The second most affected country would be China. China is the world's largest oil importer, bringing in 10 million barrels of oil every day. 40% of China's oil imports pass through this Strait of Hormuz. Although China has built oil pipelines with Russia and Central Asia.
Yeah, I'm about to finish that. China knew that they weren't going to be protected by Iran, so they started making deals with Russia and pipelines to other places to replace that oil. China's going to be all right. Don't worry about China. China, like Joby, planned and strategized. China's been staving oil. China's got like 2 billion barrels of oil. So they're good. And they say, if they come after Iran falls, we have other places to get our oil from. If we don't, we'll destroy our economy. So they got Russia and other places. Go ahead, Joe.
they don't even fulfill 20% of its energy needs. So, if the Strait of Hormuz is blocked, China's economy could suffer a massive blow. And if China's economy is shaken, its effects will be felt all over the world. The third most affected country would be Japan, as it imports 90% of its oil, and 75% of that passes through the Strait of Hormuz.
Pause it. You guys know about World War II? Japan went to war. It was always going to war anyway because Japan was taking over China and all that shit over there. China said no white people are going to rule over here in Asia. We're going to rule. Anybody over here, you don't follow Japanese law, we're going to kill you. But so what really sparked the war, because they were kicking out the British, the French, and all these other people. So what happened was since another country, Japan don't have no resources, don't have no natural resources like oil. So America cut off Japan's oil supply. So without oil, you can't fight a war. You have nothing to power your ships and your planes. You don't have no gas or petrol, as they call it in Africa. So that made Japan decide to come and attack America and started World War II because we had cut off the resource oil from Japan, which needed oil to facilitate its war machine. Because Japan said we're going to take over all Asia, and then we're going to also take over white Australia. See, the white people in Australia will be under Japanese rule. They don't like it. We'll kill all of them. Go ahead, Joe.
Fourth most affected country would be Saudi Arabia. 80 to 90% of Saudi Arabia's oil goes to the rest of the world through Strait of Hormuz, while only 10% goes to Europe via its Red Sea coastline. So if this choke point is blocked, Saudi Arabia's economy will be heavily impacted. Imagine that a country suddenly loses 80 to 90% of its revenue. What would happen to it? Something similar could happen to Saudi Arabia. There's also a high chance that Saudi Arabia might send in its military to reopen the route, and that could make the situation even worse. Fifth is Pakistan, which gets about 90% of its oil through the Strait of Hormuz. This oil meets around 27% of the
Pakistan always wanted Israel, because remember, Pakistan shares a border with Iran. They found Israeli planes in that border. Said if Israel brings any more planes on the Pakistani border, we're gonna blow your ass out the sky. We're gonna meet you in Israel.
Route is blocked, prices in Pakistan could rise sharply, but there's an interesting twist. Since Pakistan shares a border with Iran, and several government reports suggest that 35% of Pakistan's diesel comes unofficially from Iran. So if the strait is blocked, Pakistan might turn to Iran for oil, either quietly or through an official deal. Next in line is the UAE, because as nearly as 72% of its oil exports rely on this Strait of Hormuz. The country does have a backup option, the Habshan Fujairah pipeline, which allows it to bypass the strait and export up to 60% of its oil. But for a major economy like the UAE, losing the remaining 40% would still be a serious blow. Next, if Iran blocks...
Literally, but also where do they get the oil from? That's the question. Where do they get the oil from? Because most of these countries actually do not have the oil they claim they have, like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and even the UAE itself, which we saw again recently having or acquiring massive lands in different African countries. Let me play this video. And also in Kenya, I don't know how in Kenya as well, they have been actually stealing massive of oil. In the northern parts of Kenya, it's known to be always a war region, like always just people dying, politicians always fighting also who's gonna become the bigger puppet or the best puppet to sell the oil and sell the people's land. The war in the northern parts of Kenya is always crazy. Apart from drought, the massive oil stealing is massive.
Reverse this mess, but let me tell you something. Land grabbing is well alive in 2024. Guess who just bought 20% of Zimbabwe's land, 10% of Liberia, 10% of Zambia, and 8% of Tanzania? And by the way, collectively, that's like the size of the UK, or at least half.
Crazy as hell.
Sheikh Ahmed Dalmouk Al Maktoum, who is a young member of the Dubai royal family, probably doesn't know the language he's spoken.
The royal family, created by Britain. These motherfuckers are stinking ass, dirty goat herders. There are no royal family. It's all fake. Go ahead, Joe.
Runs an organization called Blue Carbon that's out here snatching lands in Africa for however long they need it in order for UAE to fulfill its Paris Agreement. I know you're probably thinking, what do UAE fulfilling its Paris Agreement have to do with us? I'll tell you how you got dragged into it. Now, according to the Paris Agreement in 2015,
has something to do with Africans being weak and feckless. That's what has something to do with. African man has been found weak and feckless. That's why your lands are being stolen again. It's just Berlin Conference 2.0. African man is weak, and if he's weak, he will be conquered.
Down their carbon emission because it's causing an overall rise in global temperature, which is very fascinating because according to this 2022 chart, you can kind of see Africa producing the least amount of carbon emission, which kind of makes sense since Africa is like a poor continent. We're not producing anything. And you can see Asia, where UAE lies, on the rise. So why did we roll up to the Paris Agreement? Because we're not doing the most. Now let's go back to why Africa is involved. Now, first of all, let me get this clear. UAE is going to do nothing to change its production model to lower emission, all right? Because clearly that's going to affect their profit margin.
Because
look at UAE.
Because you see this bootlicking nigga here. The niggas are bootlicks. That's what you see throughout Africa. That's what I said. China is going to have to be in Africa. So a lot of these niggas are going to have to be unalive. That's just a fact. Their minds have been too fucked up for too long. And that's going to happen in Africa. You're going to have to Africa going to have to unalive a lot of people. And that's sadly a fact. Because these niggas can't be allowed to continue to sell out the continent. They're dangerous. And the Africans have to realize that the humanity's got to go away. A lot of Africans are going to have to be unalive, like they did in China. I said that. Go ahead, Joby.
I know how beautiful it is, and their economy is booming. You guys go there for vacation. Yeah, they're not going to tamper with that. So that's when we have carbon offsetting, what they call carbon trading, which basically states that countries that have high carbon emission, by the way, guys, this whole climate change talk, this is the kind of games they want to play. Anyways, countries that have high carbon emission could go ahead and fund projects or protected forests.
It's the climate change shit, so they go steal African land again. Remember, African land's got resources and other shit that everybody wants. So I put the fake climate change shit, and then I go get the goopy niggas in all these fucked up countries, bribe their ass a little bit of money. Oh, I got a little money, because they're all morons, right? And the African people too nice and kind to overthrow them, but that's gonna have to happen. Go ahead, Joey.
Gases, and somehow that's going to count as carbon credit contribution for their Paris Agreement. Even though they didn't change anything, they're still emitting the same amount, or if not more. So how does that work? Now, we're probably going to hear from some fellow Africans telling us that's a business deal right there. Tell me, when on God's green earth have you ever seen a rich African buying lands 10% in Arabia? Do you think they're going to allow that?
He wouldn't be allowed. It'd never be allowed. It'll never be allowed, ever. Never be allowed. Go ahead, Joe.
And I'm telling you this one, UAE probably can deal with this carbon emissions by itself, but no, because deep down inside, you're going to have things like this be done in the dark, right? UAE has set its sight on Africa's critical minerals. So do you?
I told you that. I told you about the. I told you. That's why you think the Chinese, with Joe, we showed the Chinese in fucking Nigeria. That's what I told you. It's about your fucking land and the minerals, your wealth. Not no fake ass climate change shit they keep giving you. That's fake. They gonna come and try to steal the land again. Everybody got all these, we gotta get Africa's health shit. They've been always trying to depopulate your stupid black ass for your land, for your wealth. Nobody's been your friend in Africa. They're not there because of climate change. They're gonna steal your shit. That's what it's all about. And since your leaders are so stupid, I'll get $10 to Airman give me. Okay, gave $10. You know what how much the land is worth? It's worth like $200 billion. Is it? But I got $10.
Like this time, I say we're actually giving away. It's not even them coming to invade. It's like them asking and we're giving it away, like willingly. Because sadly, most of the people, and again, this applies also in most of the African, leave alone even the leaders, because the leaders, of course, give them the authority, the audacity to come, access all these lands they want. There's, of course, a deal between them, which is always the fake money, but the people suffer more because their lands are going. So most of the time you'll find, especially when, let's say, in the northern, let's say where my grandma is, when white people come there, there's gold that has been discovered. People are so welcoming. Oh, look at the Wazungu. Oh, Wazungu, welcome to our village. The next minute you realize the Mzungu wants you out of your house, and that give a shit. Now you're angry, you're mad, you're confused. You're like, I was so welcoming and all that. I feel like Africans, until we see the wrath of the white men, and not me, I've never been, never will, never happen. And they'll face my wrath instead, not me get it. It's the vice versa. Get it here, right? So most of the people you'll find after they get the wrath, they see the true white man's character. They're like, they start now demonstrating. It's too late. Your government is
too
the
late.
one.
That's right. It's too late.
And you openly opened your arms, gave them even drinking water. You cooked them.
You see them as Jesus. That's Jesus has come to my village.
Crazy, man. It's so insane.
Yes, and I'm fully aware that the other picture is another royal family. At the end of the day, guys, they all work with each other, so calm down. Now, this article I thought was very fascinating, and it tells you
all work together.
Deals that have fell through, like they always do, because you can clearly see how our continent looked like. It states that the money does not usually go directly to the community, which is involved in the preservation of the forest. Usually the government just takes the money and they do what they think the community needs. And I'm going to leave you guys with this important point over here. This has been the case for multiple other deals, which the government makes behind closed doors. And it's never actually put up for deliberation or any forms of democracy process, like the case of many other countries.
It was released earlier today. It says that in
we are often aware it continues to exploit African.
The US and Israel just launched a coordinated joint strike on Iran.
There's another one for Dangote. Dangote giving away all the oil from Nigeria. I don't know where it is, but there's this one also for Kenya, because Kenya also is known for. This is actually a conversation that people have been having recently, because Ruto is trying to do the same thing and still questioning the Kenya-Somali border reopening and all that. And what could this be all about? Still about election? Is it
terrorism.
About oil? Is it about the resources in the whole country? It's crazy. So this is actually a documentary about them stealing oil in Kenya.
In 2012, Tullow Oil confirmed what geologists had suspected for decades.
Yeah, the
South
oil
Lucha Basin in Turkana was sitting on a serious, commercially viable oil field.
I told you, Africa's always wealthy.
560 million barrels of black gold, a fortune that could transform the entire nation. At the time, many people were talking about Kenya transforming, becoming something like the Arab states. However, that dream never came to pass.
Of course not, because you're black. They're going to steal it. You niggas supposed to see the world oil. You niggas, they stay on the bottom. You're not going to benefit from your resources. They're going to take them.
That's the time we are being advertised about the 2030 vision, how Kenya's going to be looking like Dubai. You know, like, wow, as a child, I was like, wow, our country is really going to transform. We're going to be having lights everywhere, improved roads. It's all bullshit. We're almost 2030 and there's nothing.
Since discovery, steps have been made, but Kenyans have had very little to show for the last 14 years. And recently, ownership of the entire project shifted to a local investor in a deal that raised more questions than it answered.
I can just go to a local investor. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. Your politicians are so corrupt, so fucked up, so idiotic. They'll give away your wealth to white Arabs. Then they'll come in and just steal all the money and take it and build Arabia some more. Like you get nothing. Or you sit around your village all impoverished, talking about Jesus or Allah.
I was listening to a video of a Kenyan who is a political analyst, and that's a criticizer. He was talking about how countries of Africa are not even countries; they're companies. Because if you look at how these leaders,
they're not countries. That's why I said that.
How they manage the countries, money, the taxes, everything. Like literally, it's all about like who can benefit in this company. You know, I'm the owner of the company. The rest of you are just workers. You get the breadcrumbs, and some of you might not even get anything. You know,
that's exactly what you said. It doesn't work as a country. That's why they say when the Africans leave, they get less religion, because the other countries are built like countries because they actually shit works. Africa don't shit work. On purpose. That's why people are sitting around praying. I pray and work, and shit don't work. You go to another country, say, damn, this shit works actually. This shit works. What's going on? Go ahead.
View with no ambiguity said this might be Kenya's biggest corruption scandal in Ruto's presidential regime. I want to tell Kenyans this is going to be the biggest scandal this country has ever seen. Biggest corruption scandal this country has ever seen.
Another corruption scandal, he has launched an organization called Pesa, I don't know, Pesa Credit, Pesa something, Pesa Wash, I don't know, Pesa Wash, which is literally because Kenyans have been complaining about the accidents and all that, and they've been asking the government, how is it that actually we can reduce the recklessness of driving, because most of the people are drunk drivers. You'll find the accident caused are drunk drivers by the trailer people, the boda people, the matatu drivers as well. Like, how can these people be held accountable to know their consequences in case you actually are driving recklessly on the road? So they came up with enrolling the cameras, having cameras like you guys, the way you have it in America, right? How the police back and track back what you did without argument. Like, you can see you're at fault and you're fined. Do you guys get fined?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Just asking. Yeah, so I think that's the same thing he's trying to introduce, but this is going back to his family. It's not the money is not going back to develop the country. Not
family. They're the same old family shit again.
Easy.
In this episode, we'll follow the
same old family shit with Kenyattas and the roads, and it always go back to all these goofy families. These are not countries. This shit is crazy.
Full timeline of the Turkana oil project, from discovery through the years of international investments and broken promises, the controversies of the new owner, and how it is directly linked to President William Ruto. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel for more investigative stories from Kenya. The initial excitement was real, and it was justified. Over the 4 years following the discovery, the joint venture drilled over 40 wells across the South Lokichar Basin. Tullow Oil held 50%. France's Total Energies held 25%.
Total, that's France. Yeah.
Canada's African Oil held the remaining 25%. The crude tested as light and relatively sweet, the kind refineries prefer. On the surface, all the ingredients were there for a historic windfall. But beneath the optimism lay a problem that would quietly shape everything that followed. Turkana crude oil is extremely waxy. Its wax content sits at around 40%, which means the moment this oil drops below 40 degrees Celsius, it stops behaving like a liquid, it behaves like a candle. To move it 895 kilometers to the coast, you need a continuously heated pipeline that would cost at least $3.5 billion. It would be expensive, but Kenya was not supposed to fund it alone. The plan was a joint venture with Uganda, which had its own waxy oil reserves in the Lake Albert Basin. By splitting the cost, the project became financeable. Then Uganda made a different choice, routing its pipeline through Tanzania, cutting Kenya out entirely.
The original study showed Mombasa would have been the cheapest, but the Kenyans have not put it on the table. They have said they don't have the land and the facility for that. So they have retained Lamu.
Uganda
and see, Father, so this is how these goofy Negroes, so these pepper state that these British popped up has been destroyed Africa. So you got one goofy nigga in Uganda, because they always want to be the big head nigga. Now he's not going to unite with Kenya to build a pipeline. I won't have all the money myself. I will do Tanzania because I'm controlling Tanzania to that Sahulu bitch. So instead of doing the best deal for everybody combined, it always goes back to big head nigga comical shit in Africa every time. Childlike mind shit.
Oh my God.
That shit don't work. Cause I gotta be the big head nigga. It's fucking crazy. Go ahead, Joe. This shit is absolutely absurd.
Security risks. This is mainly because of proximity to troubled Somalia, which is home to Islamist militants responsible.
It wasn't going near Somalia. It's going through down by Mombasa. That's not near Somalia. So this whole argument is stupid. No, this big head nigga shit. The pipeline was going down to Mombasa. We're going by no fucking Somalia. And like I said, that border had been closed. So there had been a bunch of Somalians blowing up shit in Kenya for a while. So that's this argument. This argument don't even hold water. This is big head nigga shit. I'm the big head nigga. I want to be in control, and I want most of the money for me. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, the same thing is happening in Nigeria. The same thing is many African countries. Like most of these African countries refuse to trade, like you said, because of the big nigga, big head syndrome.
Big head nigga.
In the region.
The investors needed a new global partner to make the numbers work after the Uganda betrayal. But no major player would commit billions without one thing first: an approved field development plan. A formal government-signed roadmap that lenders could rely on to structure financing and de-risk the project. While they waited for approval, the joint venture tried something smaller. In 2018, they launched the Ali Oil pilot scheme, not commercial production, but a proof of concept. Roughly 2,000 barrels a day, heated, sealed in insulated containers.
You got to understand, guys, Africans got a lot of problems because Africans have been fucked up in the head and worshiping other people. So they have an inferiority complex. So that shapes their whole political outlook. So we're gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. So when people come to Africa, Africans, suck everybody's dick because they have an inferiority complex, especially the men. And so they're easily manipulated, easily taken advantage of. So all the wealth leaves the continent and enriches everybody else. And this is what Ibn Traoré was honestly saying. He's saying it honestly. You have an inferiority complex as African men. And then they have a problem of, it says, I want to be the big head nigga in front of the white man. They don't know how to unite and get along. And so they're easily manipulated because, right, how can all this wealth, as you said, how can all this wealth in Africa just constantly be going all the time? All the time. There's a problem with the African psyche. They have an inferiority complex. They believe everybody's better than them. Everybody comes in and dominates them. Chinese, the Arabs, the Caucasians, all of the Indians, utter domination. Because you're dealing with years of subjugation and brainwashing with the Europeans and the Arabs. And so, and I'm not saying they have no price to play where they didn't overturn this, because how long will you say subjugated to another man? How long will you not teach your babies to have self-respect? As Ibn Traoré said, we got to teach our children self-respect. Africans ain't taught their children self-respect, guys. I know it seems crazy. When you said that's what you would do, they have it. They taught their children how to bow down and suck ass. And that's what you see. So when you look at the continent, you see it getting beat up and all this kind of shit, in your mind, you're like, this doesn't make any sense. What am I looking at here? You're looking at a captured mind of inferiority. And when you see the police guy in Mombasa a few months ago, and the white man punched him in the face and put his snot all on his body and shit, the African man ain't doing nothing. You look at a conquered mind. They're conquered in the head. So if I conquer your mind, I've already conquered the body. Yeah, so the black policeman putting the white man in jail, and the white man's talking crazy to him. And he's just taking the abuse. You have a conquered mind. He's inferior. He feels inferior to this white man. So this permeates all African society. All of it. I don't care if you're sitting your ass in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Kenya, fucking Nigeria. It's the fucking same. Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, you see the same behavior. Like, and you sit outside the continent, like, the fuck am I looking at? What kind of shit is this? What is happening? That's what's happening. So you got to decolonize the mind to get their own wealth back. That's why they come in. That's why they come in, and everything is able to be taken. Because they feel inferior to people. So they don't have no fight. Go ahead, Joe.
I'd say we have to be taught history. That is the key point of why most Africans are missing and why the continuation of just what you said continues. There is lack of history. Again, Go back to what we've been taught. Missionaries, saviors. They came with the. We're not even told they came with the Bible. You know, they were missionaries. They came to help us. We were savages and all that. So the fact
I know it doesn't make sense in 2020. So it doesn't make sense in 2020. But I'm just telling you what it is. And you're right, Jibba Jabba. Black America, we won't stand for none of that shit. That's why we're considered. Understand that. I want you guys to understand it. Much you guys got this FBA shit. Go understand. The white man and all these people in Africa do not want Black Americans over there because of what Jibba Jabba just said. We're not the Africans anymore. We're not gonna sit there and be talked too crazy. We don't love white people. So you got the white Lebanese who's over there conquering the Africans. You got the Indians. They desperately don't want Black Americans over there because they're scared we're going to teach the Africans how to fight. I told you. When I especially go to the continent all the time, first thing these white and all these people ask me, where you going to Africa for? Why are you going? Like, what? When I was young, I didn't understand. I wasn't educated. I said, what? Because remember, in America, we were told, go back to Africa. Throw some bullshit like that, right? But when I do go, I'm on a plane. All these white people, Indians, why are you going to Africa? What are you planning to do over there? None of your motherfucking business. What do you mean what I plan to do? Because they don't want you over there because they've been able to dominate African people. Just like you see the Senegalese. That, like you said, this is 2026, right? Why is there a white restaurant on the beach, the best areas in Senegal, where white people feel comfortable to build a restaurant and say no niggas allowed? Because they know Black people, the African, feels inferior. He won't do nothing. Well, you're supposed to burn that shit down to the ground immediately. You think you don't come to my country and disrespect me on my own land? They know the Africans' minds are fucked up. That's why they keep doing it. They're not doing it because they know that. You think they wouldn't do it? Go ahead, Joe. What you say?
I'm not fucked up, guys. I'm not fucked up.
That's not you. Let me tell you, you're not the average. I mean, and look at this place you are naming what 98% to what? What are you saying? 98% to what?
98%. They are supposed to have those motherfuckers in chains.
But they are. They. You're talking about the mindset. It's going to take a long process. Remember when they got this fake independence, guys? The Africans never got any real education, right? They were never taught any real thing. And then they also made them. Remember, they coming out of poverty, right? Europeans still. So then they made them pay for school that they had no money to pay for. It is absolute. The system is so evil, so wicked, so wickedly devised to make sure African people's wealth go to other people. The system is so wickedly done, right? To make sure the African wealth ciphers to the white Arab, now the Chinese and the Caucasians, but never back to the African, because their minds. Look, I want you guys. If you guys have be an anthropologist. What do you see when you go to Africa? African people. That's why the groupie tribal shit is stupid. First thing you see about African people, what they're overly kind, they're loving, right? Not to each other because they hate each other, but the tribal bullshit. But to everybody else, like, how you doing? Kebusana, welcome. Like Joey said, they're welcoming them into the village. They get knocked over their head. They go that shit right. This is factual. This is Dr. John Henry Clark saying that. Dr. John Henry Clark told you the African has what? A beautiful humanity that's been dangerous. This Dr. John Henry Clark said African, he said no tribe, some of the African Black people have a beautiful humanity that's been dangerous. Because they've allowed people to come in, hey, how you doing? Would you like some fruit and vegetables and food? Then after they feed people, they get knocked in the head and chained up and thrown into slavery or getting their shit stolen, So that has got to change. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just trying to explain it. This is why you say, well, why is Africa poor? Africa's not poor, the African people are poor. Africa's wealthy. So the sad fact is that, like I'm saying, and the African man's always run around. He wants respect of his woman. all this other shit, you really don't deserve no respect as an African man. You haven't protected Africa. We're gonna be 100. You've allowed every other man to come in and steal and dominate you and your people. And if I'm gonna be honest, I hate to say this again, the revolutions started in Africa. The last ones that supposedly got these independence were started by black women, not the black men. You know, the black men fought. I give them credit for that. Those revolutions, if you go in history, I'm looking, started by black women from Zimbabwe to Kenya. I'm like, goddamn, the black women started this shit. Not even a black man. What the fuck? So there's a problem. That's why you see the black man get his ass beat all the time on these goofy videos. These Chinese, they can be in Kenya, Ghana. Yeah, now it's the same shit in all these African countries. African man getting his head, getting the fuck beat out his ass. Namibia. You can type in any country in Africa, you'll see the same shit. So that's why they need to kill Ibn Toure. Ibn Toure said we gotta bring back manhood. He's right. That's why they gotta kill his ass. He said, listen, we gotta teach young boys to be men. And that's right. There's a problem in Africa with men, with manhood. There's a problem with this. Just like in Iran, they're willing to die. What are you willing to die for? So as Kenya wake up and finally doing that with these protests, but they're supposed to have been done a long time ago. What are you willing to die? I'm not going to live without dignity. I'm willing to die. My kids are not living in shit. They live on the richest continent. My children are not living in poverty, sucking on another man's ass. My kids are supposed to be rich. I'm Africa, goddamn it. I ain't supposed to be poor. African people think you're on the richest continent in the world. You're supposed to be poor. You ain't never been in poverty. As Joby said, but you need to learn history. Motherfucker, I'm African. Africans are now flipped it upside down and say, well, I'm black. I'm supposed to be poor. Like, what? Are you fucking out of your mind? It's Africans, you're supposed to be rich. How you live on the richest continent in the world and you're supposed to be poor? And all these other poor people from poor continents taking your shit and being rich off your back. Make that make sense. I'm not so when I'm going to Africa, I'm supposed to be wealthy. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna act like it too. Motherfucker, I'm African. I'm supposed to be fucking wealthy. You crazy?
Period. Let me read some comments as we continue with the conversation.
I see your best friend showed up.
Who?
You know who? We said I'm gonna block your ass.
Oh yeah, shit. Oh damn. I was finding out comments. I was just gonna keep quiet until you mentioned it. God damn it. But shout out to Sister Michelle. Shout out to you, Pharaoh. Shout out to Wake Up. Shout out to John Mosquito. Hope you're doing amazing today. Jibba Jabba, I see you as well. I see Wake Up is saying you're telling me that they can't beat a so-called man that's literally pumping another man in his butt, talking about the French president and his
man, what? It's tranny. It's tranny.
Oh, tranny partner. I don't know what you're talking about. Wake Up.
Tranny means a man pretend to be a woman.
Yeah, transgender. Yeah, I get that. But
Yeah.
I don't know why he brought that topic up. But I also see Jabba Jabba saying once it goes to Mombasa port, next stop is India. That's right. I also see Jiba Jabba. Wake Up says it really doesn't make sense. It's 2026. It's a pitiful an American black an American black wouldn't take all that. And I feel like if we go back to also the video we shared last week on Friday, it also depends, I think, with your consciousness. I don't know, because personally, again, I think it depends with your consciousness as a black person, how you, maybe in your previous life, you just had a fucked up family too. You don't know nothing. You just learn the same old shit. So when you come back in this life, you just know nothing but just the same fucked up shit. And you don't know how to, escape that. But there are people who, again, like for me, I find myself thinking about things that I've not experienced, but I know they're African. And that memory or knowledge, literally, personally, it sounds like, wow, how do I even know that? But I know it's factual. It's just African and it's factual. Have I read it anywhere? No. So I think it's consciousness.
It's also all past lives contribute to your knowledge base. Your knowledge base now, of course, that's known. All past lives facilitate your knowledge and you're waking up, because even though you might be indoctrinated with religion, your past life, you probably came out of that religion. You're not gonna be able to stay in it long because you know it's a lie. So yeah, so all past lives implement on this soul's new life. It does. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Jabba says he thinks I was a Black American in my past life. I don't know, but yeah, I can't stand shit. I couldn't stand bullshit from my own folks, and that's how I knew. Like, nah, I can't stand bullshit. I just can't naturally. I don't like bullshit. I don't like it, and I'll check you when you're bringing up some bullshit. Shout out to George Guy. You're old school. I'm an old soul, I'd say. I'm a very old soul. I'm an old soul. I do believe that for real, personally. But as
George got another one. He says, "Some looking for $100,000." Okay, looking for $100,000. You better go to Jamaica and get it, nigga.
You said he's looking for $100,000. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's his new name. He says he's not George. His name is looking for $100,000.
I not even read that. I always just see the.
Hey George, when we talking shit, watch this. In about 4 years, I'm gonna buy a house in northern Jamaica. Watch, as a gift to my staff, who's ever my staff. I'm gonna buy a house, not on down in southern Jamaica, by Kingston. I'm gonna buy a house up there in northern Jamaica. Watch. Don't buy one.
And then I'm gonna go to that beach where they get their butts trapped. Judge Guy.
I know Demore's gonna go there. He's gonna get rid of his girlfriend, he said, because it ain't gonna work. He said Jamaican women are too fine, George. So I've been talking, you guys even know, I've been talking to some because I'm out of America about 3 years. I've been talking to some Jamaican realtors down there. Prices are really good. So I'm gonna buy a vacation home down there for the family. Let them go enjoy Jamaica since they love that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna come and say blood clot idiots. You know.
Yeah. The more said, I'm gonna have to get my girlfriend because it don't make sense to take sand to the beach.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, why exactly right? If you go to Jamaica, why the hell would you have a damn girlfriend? I said, yeah, there's gonna be women everywhere. Imagine you're in a nice home. They're gonna ask you, what? So they're gonna ask you, what do you do? I live on this house right here. You know, I'm chilling and shit. Wow, where you from? From Kenya? Oh, you from Kenya, chill? What do? You got a house in Jamaica? Yeah, you know. Nah. You're gonna be knocking down some drawers. You ain't gonna.
I want to go to a dancehall party. You know, see how those.
That's Jovi. Jovi's a woman. She's gonna go dance and shit. Men go to Jamaica.
Dance. I want to go see those girls how they just dance crazy. Jamaican girls dance crazy.
Wait, there you go. See, Jovi's gonna look at girls. Men ain't going to Jamaica to look. See, Jovi's gonna look at girls. Men are going to Jamaica to get some coochie. We're not just going to look at no girls. We're going to get some. I will live next door to. Yeah, come on down. Yeah, that's right, Joe. We're not going. Think somebody flying all the way to all the way to Jamaica. Just look at some girls. We're going to get some coochie. Talking about.
Fly with your girlfriend. She got some coochie. The hell?
Yeah. You know what? Listen, you don't want the same woman. He's going to get rid of her. DeMar will have it rigged. That's what he said. I told DeMar when we talk about. I said, DeMar, make sure you got your rubbers. You wrap it up. I had no damn Jamaican baby, and then you got to be back. You know, you're Jamaican that bumba clot daddy. I don't know talk that shit like Joey do. I don't know how to do that Jamaican thing, but I told him, hey, make sure you wrap it up tomorrow. They're gonna try because remember, put us up real Joe. Go to TikTok, Joe. This is what I'm talking about, Jamaica. Put us up. They got time because ain't nobody else there but us. So as TikTok say Jamaican women are number one for having children that are not their husbands. Jamaica's number 1 and Nigeria's number 2. Yeah. You raising this child, it ain't even yours. You ain't know it ain't even yours because your coochie been in the streets. That's right.
The video I saw of a guy was beating the corpse of the dead wife because after she died, he found out that 6 of his children were not his, and the woman.
Of course not. Of course, that's Jamaican women. That's right. You don't bring a sandwich to a buffet. Exactly right.
Damn, crazy.
Yeah, the number 1. Number 2 was Nigeria. So you go.
Research found that 30% of Nigerian men are fathering children that aren't theirs.
50% of Nigerian. Told you. And go keep going. Pause for a second. And you gonna talk about Jamaica? I seen this when you talk about Jamaica. You're right. Nigeria's number 2. So these kids sitting down at the dinner table with their daddy ain't eating their kids. That coochie been in the streets and passed around.
Second highest on paternity fraud in the whole world. And guess who ranks number 1?
Jamaica.
Jamaican women have a paternity fraud cuckoldry rate of 62%.
God damn, George, God, Jamaican coochie just in the streets. That booty out there, boy.
Them love fuck on demand too much, yeah?
Someone else's kid than your own. You're banging up into
The main cause of this is the Christian church. I might ask, why may I blame the Christian church? Simply this. Because the Christian church did not teach us that according to the Bible, sex is marriage. Our people go about having casual sex without thinking that it has any commitment to it. Therefore, a man and woman could be having sex for years, you understand? And don't think that they are married, which is against the laws of the Most High because sex.
We don't follow that bullshit right here. We don't.
I don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
He's going with that bullshit of we shouldn't be having sex before marriage. Please, please. What now? Please.
Listen, this bombo clot, yeah.
Yeah.
Found that 30% of Nigerian men are fathering.
Who doesn't love this accent? You're gonna be crazy. Jamaican accent.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Children that aren't theirs.
Listen.
Nigerian women rank 2nd highest
on
paternity fraud in the whole world. And guess who ranks number 1?
Guess.
Jamaican.
Jamaican
women have a paternity fraud cuckoldry rate of 60%.
Bumba clock with the coochie.
You're more likely to get someone else's kid than your own.
Yeah, you get someone else's kid than your own. You sitting there thinking somebody's kid, y'all ain't even yours.
Wow.
God,
me think I only in Jamaica, they use the worldwide. My
all in Jamaica, the coochie be in the streets.
87% of the men tested in Jamaica are not the biological fathers of the children.
God damn, 87%. This is absolutely insane. These women are wicked. 87% of the men's children ain't theirs. That coochie just out there getting pummeled.
You don't have money. You want me to sleep with you and you don't have money? Me go jump on your friend because he have money. You know that's what.
That's what I said too. Assembly. I said, "Wow, this is crazy." You better not. Whatever. You better not be fucking with no Jamaican woman because that coochie ain't yours.
You don't have money, me no fuck on you. Me gonna jump on your friend.
Bothering.
Shalom, Israel. Watch this.
Finally, a witty saying, "Damn gal, y'all wicked, no rest."
Things in the world, and it's give a man a jacket. It's one of the worst things to me. And I remember a friend of mine calling me. She was crying, and she said, "I said, what happened to you?" She was like, "Oh, I just went up coming from the embassy because my dad filed for me." And she said, out of the 4 kids, only one of us are for my dad. It's my brother. And she was mourning on the whole place. And she said, her mother was still saying she never cheated. She said, I must see Dr. That's evil. None of the kids were his.
None of the kids were his. And that coochie was everywhere, just down the road.
I've had my share of, but I don't think a man can do anything to hurt a woman as much as that. And maybe a lot of women are not going to agree with me, but it's something that I've thought about, and I hate it. They're so scared.
Look,
I mean, it can't be just
this has been the norm. 84, 87% is overwhelmingly fucked up. This has been the norm of that coochie in the streets. You couldn't get me to fuck with no Jamaican broad ever. That coocie's everywhere. And fuck this, the babies. I'm talking about the diseases. That coochie is loose. That's some loose booty shit there, boy. That's why all that dance. Let me talk about dance hall. You dance hall up in there, catch a disease just by dancing with a motherfucker.
I'm not trying to get no coochie for me like the more goddamn shit. That's
why I said, Jimmy, this is bananas. I know this, but this is outrageously fucked up. This is sorry, George, you couldn't pay me to fuck one of your women. Ever. I had a Jamaican girlfriend. I was a teen. That was years ago. I was a kid. So, and she lived in New York. That's different. You ever, even if we get the house, I go to Jamaica and have some fun, but I won't be touching none of that coochie. You keep that. Wrap it up, girl. Keep all of that. You keep all that. You keep all that coochie.
We have the highest rate of paternity, yes, in the world. Yes,
in the world.
It is Nigeria and Jamaica.
Yep. So Nigeria. And see, and I learned this. I only learned this because y'all were talking shit on these TikTok streets. And people said, "You goddamn Jamaicans come here talking shit. You don't even have the baby that you got probably ain't even yours." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" And then they said, "You damn Nigerians are the same." That's how I found out through TikTok that all you Nigerians and Jamaicans coochie is out in the streets. And you the most Jesus lover mother. Jesus didn't tell you don't put your coochie out there. We go ahead, go.
Yeah, you better run as a woman. If you better run, you better die like that woman. Better be dead, because if your man finds out, you are dead too. Literally, you better run.
Reported. Do you know over 78% of firstborns that are taken for paternity tests do not belong to the husband?
Wow,
it's crazy.
The last one we did, all the children, not one, belong to the man. 4 children. The man is in the hospital now.
My God.
Oh my God, that guy is in the hospital? Is that serious?
That one is
you get hospitalized?
Not this matter. Let us leave that. Nigeria's population is over 200 million. Look at how many people are in Jamaica. We dwarf them. Jamaica, how many? What is that? Maybe Lagos and Ogun State is more than Jamaica. My issue is, men, you should be careful. This kind of ridiculous relationships with some women that you get into. That this woman.
This is ridiculous, crazy.
Let us put it on this side. Now we are this matter.
I don't want no Nigerian coochie, and I don't want no Jamaican coochie. You keep it.
Guess what, Emmanuel? She knows who the father of that child is. She knows the father of the child.
Of course she does. You don't. It ain't you.
She's still telling me on the phone, and he's the only one I slept with when? 6 months after.
Nigeria, we cannot be starting off 2026 like this, man. Y'all heard that, man. He's one of your own. You guys have the highest rate of fraternity fraud. Y'all don't know who the baby daddy is. You don't know. Why? Because you moving too fast. You're going over here. You messing with this nigga over here. You going to another village and messing with another nigga all the way to another village.
Hey, village hopping.
Not knowing.
Exactly. I told you. That's how I see TikTok. Exactly. They were talking that shit, and the black Americans start frying ass. You bitches coochies is in the streets. You talking that bullshit to us? You ain't know your damn baby. You been lying to your baby daddies. You ain't know your damn kids. So have you niggas on here talking shit. Your kid ain't even yours. Like, what? I'm listening to that shit. I'm like, what? What? And then they put that to you Jamaican niggas too talking your shit. And you Jamaican niggas are the same. Is your baby yours? You better go get it tested. You sure your son yours? You better go get a test. 9 times out of 10, he's not your baby. God Damn.
Yeah, or you end up like me and my brother, literally too. I don't know what happened. Like that story, you know.
Wait a minute. You and your brother knew. What are you talking about? Your mom told you that your mom was with different men. That's not no damn. She didn't lie to the men. What are you talking about? Not you
No,
and your brother.
no, like when we found out my brother's dad is not his dad.
Oh, that one. Yeah, now that's your mom being fucked up right there. Yeah, that's what we still don't know if that's true or not. Or we know it's true because the two other dudes. So we know the dude that claims to be the dad is not. There's two other dudes. There's the policeman and another dude, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Sorry. So Joby, like I said, how Joby turned out is amazing. I had to say, Joey's mama's coochie was in them streets.
No, not like that. No.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about your brother know who his daddy is. Talking about.
That's Yoguji being on the street because I'm not.
That's three dudes. That's three dudes that been in your mama's coochie at the same time, Joey. That we don't know who the damn daddy is.
Hey, not 3, 2, them. 3, 2.
Y'all don't know where you come from. You don't know all of the people that was in your heritage, what village and where they came from past your fucking dad.
Crazy.
Beautiful people, I'd love to tell about why I'm a part of the reason that the birth rate in Jamaica has been lowered.
Wait.
Let's see what she said. Wait, let's see what she said. She's not saying that. She's going to tell Coochie not in the street. See?
He's going to be 8 years old this year.
Told you.
I love him very much.
See? She's saying that Coochie not been in the street.
As a mother, I'm going to be saying this. He's one of the nicest children that I've ever encountered. He's mine, of course, so duh. But I must say, before having my son, I didn't very much like children. I was one of those girls that didn't like children. And I was convinced by my child's father, my boyfriend at the time, to give him a child. And he asked me to give him a child for about 3 years. And within 3 years that he would on and off ask me for a child, he would tell me of all of the wonderful things that would happen for me and how well he would treat me and treat my son if I had a son for him. And, you know, this was actually my first love. And imagine that. He was my first love and it took him 3 years of convincing me to have a child for him for me to actually have a child for him. Anyway, so I had my son and my pregnancy was fine. But my labor was absolutely excruciating, and it's actually the worst thing that I've ever experienced in my life. I did not get an epidural, and so I felt everything that needed to be felt.
Yeah,
a woman.
You didn't get no anesthesia. Okay, that's you.
Humans make technology where you can get rid of the pain and whatever. But
I know, and anesthesia. You wouldn't feel all of it. Okay. Shit, fuck that.
Them female, women, and animals have just been going through the pain naturally, and I went through it. You see me? And yeah, it was actually the worst pain in my life. So that is reason number one that I will never, never in my life have another child. Yeah. The next reasons go along with the way people change, or the way a man can change. It's not a must, because you can deal with a man and him actually get better or stay the same way that he was.
He got worse after he had the kid?
But my child's father, he changed after I had my son. And being that I was young and foolish, because when you're in love, that's your first love. You are definitely young and foolish.
True. You're young and foolish. You're caught up in all that bullshit.
There were some things that I did not know to have a conversation with him about regarding care of our child and who would do what. And you know, just in the early stages after having my son, I was around his family because they were helping me, but at the same time I had my son when I was about 27, and I ended up feeling 26, 27 thereabout. But while I was around his family, I literally felt the way that I think teenagers who get pregnant feel when Christian adults are around him, you know?
Oh,
Them
they were
kind of
talking
turn
to you
up the nose
crazy.
at
They
you
were
and
talking to you
tell you what
crazy.
you need to
Okay.
do,
Yeah,
and if
they
you
make
don't
you
do
feel
it,
like
then they'll
shit.
tell you why you don't know anything about it and
And
why
telling
them know
you.
the right way. And being in such a vulnerable state, it's like you just feel like you have to listen. You see me? And so that was a very weak moment in my life for me. I had serious postpartum depression,
Yep,
and
depressed for having a baby.
I
Yep.
actually had a good amount of times where I had suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, she
You
didn't want to
know?
be bothered. She didn't want to be
And
bothered with the
then, as I
baby.
said, within the man
Mhm.
changing, I realized that there were some things that he was not willing to do with our son, you know? I had to do those things. And I remember one particular moment, and I keep mentioning it to my friends. It's like the worst experience I've had with my child's father. And that just culminated everything to kind of rupture the whole relationship, even though it was a bit ruptured before. But like, I remember some of them never have no epidural, you know? No
She's
epidural,
getting a
none
good
at
talk.
all. So, of course, I'm torn, I'm stitched, I'm in pain, I'm
Well,
aching.
he's in
Yes.
pain. Oh, and he still want coochie. He don't want to. I bet he still wants some coochie, and her vagina hasn't healed, so he's ignorant. Go ahead, Chuck.
Breastfeeding also. So
Mhm.
every morning and afternoon, I had to soak
Her
in
body.
a salt bath, and starting breastfeeding.
Starts hurting.
Like nobody really explains to you how terrible
That it
breastfeeding
hurts.
can be, because
Starts hurting.
when my dear son was sucking on my breast, literally the suction of his mouth
The pain,
basically
of course.
ripped
Exactly.
off
Or
my
your
nipple.
nipple. Mhm.
Seeing? So imagine under there aching and hurting me,
Yep.
and then now my nipples are aching and hurting me. And of course, it's not
Yep.
only the skin of the nipple hurting you, but guess what? When your breast actually get filled with milk and it's too full, like your breast
They're
literally
heavy.
hurts you.
It hurts.
It's tough
Mhm.
like a rock. It's tough like a rock, and it hurt. And then the
That's why you got to
nipple where
pump
you
them.
have to latch the baby upon, that hurt. Yeah. And then down there, so that hurt. So a lot of things were hurting. And this is after, you know? So we never do know nothing about nothing, even though women talk and say, yeah, man, me have my baby and whatever. But you see, until you feel that pain and you see this up them, and I was looking at my nipple like, is my nipple going to fall off? Is this piece of my nipple that I have to put my son on? Because if you don't put your son on your nipple, to suck that milk out, your breast is going to get more engorged with milk, and it's going
Milk.
to get
Mhm.
tough, and it's going to hurt you even more. So it's like a sacrifice to me. Of okay, put him on this breast. When him, make that breast go down, put him on him next breast, put him, but you see, the one where tear more, you have to, I literally had to count to 3 or 5 before actually making him latch, because he would be crying, and I'm like, okay, the breast empty, another time you have to that one day. The one where the nipple actually fall off, I would have count to 3 or 5, because sometimes the 3 never work with my brain. I have to say, all right, count again. And you just, because him a ball, and you're like, fuck, you need to stop making ball. And this is like, what, 3 o'clock in the morning, whenever it is. And you literally have to latch that child onto that breast with that nipple that is literally falling off. And I would have called the nurse, doctor, whoever, and be like, yo, my breast is literally falling, my nipple is falling off. And they'd be like, oh, just, baby continue sucking on it. I found that to be the most ridiculous thing. You see me? Also, they're like, oh, squeeze out some of the milk and rub it on the affected area, because your breast milk has certain things in there that can help it to heal. And okay, fine, but that shit still hurt, and still that sounded actually absolutely gross, because I'm like, my nipple is literally bleeding. It's literally open, and I have to put my son on that. That's disgusting. Anyway, there's a lot of disgusting things that come along when you're having a child, after having a child. So yes, I would sit down in this bath every morning and every afternoon, basically use
cry.
how many packs of salt, I don't know. Yes, to try and heal myself. Yes, and then I could go into more detail, but I don't want to be too gross. Just know that it was actually a gross experience for me. And while I'm feeling this pain, the nipple pain, the breast pain, the vaginal pain, and then on top of that, I have postpartum depression, And then on top of that, the people who they around me, I treat me like me a 16-year-old teenage pregnancy and still listen to this and listen to that and do this and do that. Yeah. And then on top of that, when a diaper needs to be changed, and you say, when I said to my child's father, this is when still mash up, yeah. Even sitting up was painful. I literally woke up one night because my son was sleeping, and I'm in the corner. Son's dad is on the edge of the bed. Son is in between us.
He probably tapped him to go do something. He said, I ain't doing shit. You go do it.
Those things. And I remember waking up to my son crying and wanting to be changed. And I said to my son's dad,
I told you,
hey, can you
go change the diaper.
Can you change his diaper for me, please? And
No.
he said to me, he woke up and he said, no, I can't change it, but I can pass the things for you though. And he gave me the wipes, the diaper, the Desitin, all of these things. And I was just like, wow.
Wow, you fucked
This
up.
will never fucking reach me ever
You
again. I
picked
have
the
so
wrong.
much more-
You picked the wrong man. You fucked up. That's right. You're young and stupid. You're all in love. Now this nigga won't even change the diaper. And as I say, I just got this story. And I got Joby's father in my fucking head with the damn other shit, with the damn psycho shit. I got the same feeling I just got. Same thing she just said. Yeah, you know that relationship was done right there when this nigga wouldn't even change the diaper. She been paying from sucking his titty and her vagina's all fucked up, and this nigga won't even change the diaper. You knew this was a wrap. All that love shit was out the window.
Crazy. Mr. Saying lowered birth rate is totally fine because the shit.
Exactly. Told you the birth rate. I knew that was a wrap on that nigga. I'm on this pain. You can't change the diaper.
Outside, I don't know what's going on. It's actually not worth it. I have one son and I love him to death. Yeah, but to say, oh, I'm going to be having another child, never. I don't care how good my body come back. I don't care how cute it would I look for have a girl, how cute my girl that I would be. I don't care. I will never have another child. But I love my son. He's amazing.
And that's true. And I hate to say that. A lot of men are shit. So you won't go change your child's diaper. This woman's breastfeeding and she almost, you said no, I can't do that. You go the wipes in the diaper. You clean the doo doo. I'm going back to sleep. And if you guys know, those who had children, oh no, Michelle, you guys know when you have a child, you get no sleep. That's a woman, right? As a man, you get no. You talking about sleep deprived when you have a baby? If Joby ever has a baby in the third, she'll figure. You talking about never get no fucking sleep? You talking about sleep deprived? You never get no fucking sleep with baby. Can never have me. I'm like her. You can't have me have another baby. I'm a girl. You talking about never going to sleep, Jack? A woman, you're gonna be sleep. You're gonna be tired as hell for like the first 2 years. Michelle, no. Michelle got 2 boys. You won't never get no sleep. The crying, changing the diaper. God damn, motherfucker, go to sleep. Shit. Fuck, I'm exhausted. God damn it.
That's crazy. Not to even
That's crazy.
I'm not even having one. I'm not even thinking about it.
You was a baby. Somebody to stay up exhausted with your ass, Joby.
Yeah, that was theirs. They chose to.
I know it's true.
I didn't write no letter. Hello, I'm at the door. Can you open? Nah. Inside, they chose this. So I'm not choosing that. Yeah, I'm okay. I love my peace. I can't even handle my own pain. I can't imagine now having someone who knows what I have. Yeah. No, I'm good. That's something I would never plan. I can maybe get married, settle, but having a baby, please forget about it. I'm even trying to get.
If you get married, Joby, your husband's gonna want a child.
No, I want someone who's not talking about babies. We have to be aligned. Okay, you're not thinking about babies, are you?
There you go. That's gonna be rare. Okay, you can find them. They're there. They're out there. They're out there.
They're there. They're there.
They're there.
especially this generation. Nobody wants to have a kid. I've suffered. I've seen how I've suffered under my parents' house or my siblings, and me do the same shit under this economy. Am I fucked up in the head? Oh no, I'm good. I'm okay. I love my mental peace.
But you support Michelle, exactly. But you're still gonna be Michelle. You didn't have just you and your husband. You weren't tired with these babies when you present your babies. Come on, be real. You be tired as hell. All otherwise, you'll be changing diaper and dirty diaper.
I know to change a diaper. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm taking care of my siblings. Like literally, I have many siblings behind me, like 4, 5 siblings.
Of course, you'll be good with an African household. They're not changing diaper. They're gonna have her ass change the diaper. She's the first one. You don't change this damn diaper.
It was only if I wanted to. It was not like you changed the diaper. No, it's not like this is my sibling. I've never made.
Oh yeah, it's very expensive now. Exactly having a baby. I don't know how you do it. That's the problem. The economy. I wouldn't have no baby young in the economy today. I only got one son that's got babies. My other sons don't have no baby. They're like, fuck that. It's too expensive. Like they're like Joby. They're like, fuck that. You know. And those two are older than Joby too. They're like 28, 29, 30, some shit like that. But anyway, those. Except my youngest son who's 22. I don't know about his ass gonna have kids or not, but I know they're like, nah. It's so your eldest son wants no children. To your eldest son wants no children. And just like a lot of them, my sons right now they don't want no children either. They love their freedom too much. They don't want to be bogged down. They don't want to be changing those diapers. They don't want the expensive.
A child is like, being, and no offense to the people who have children, but a child is like, getting yourself in prison, especially as a woman, because a man is going to mind his business. Sometimes, men, of course, men have to go work. You have to go, look and hustle for the family. A woman, when she has given birth, she has to be there all throughout that maternity, like, pressure. I don't know, the baby is crying, your nipple are hurting, your coochie is hurting. Nah, I'm good. That's too much.
Do me a favor, Joe. I know how much. I can imagine how much a diaper. Go to Goose. How much are diapers in America? How much a pack of diapers in America right now? I don't know.
I know in Kenya they've gone high, even including the sanitary and the diapers went high. That was 2 weeks ago. I talked about it. How much are diapers in America? Diapers in America generally cost between
how much is that?
20 cents?
Huh?
20? No, I don't know. For standard brand name disposable, with monthly expenses oftenly ranging from $60 to $90 for roughly
okay, so about $90 a month. Okay, that's not too bad.
That's expensive. Shit.
I forgot. See, I didn't put that into the damn equation when we were doing doing expensive. But I forgot about the diapers for a baby. $90 a month. Shit.
I'm good. I'm okay. But I think we're gonna have family.
Yeah, but family.
So we're gonna be coming back just in a few with the reaction time. Catch me and Shimani as we talk about the videos we're gonna be reacting to.
They won't be talking about no damn babies.
No. You won't find us talking about babies. We are
Let's ask Shimani. Shimani, you plan to have any babies? Is she around?
Nah, she's at the back.
That's it. Tell her to come out for a second. Just real quick. Say, Shimani, come here. You got to come out anyway. Let's see if Shimani's planning to have any babies. She's too busy out having fun in the streets every damn weekend. I don't know. I can't see Shimani with a baby.
Yes.
Shimani, you plan to have any children at all?
Sorry, what?
You plan to have any children? Any babies? Yes. Anytime?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Because I didn't plan Shimani to ever have no children because Shimani's always outside enjoying her life. And
I believe in family. I want a family. I want a full functioning family.
7 kids?
Yes, if I can, if my husband can manage, why not?
7? God, I'm sure you can manage that. Yeah. Can your coochie manage that?
I'm thick.
You're thick. So okay. But it says 7 kids. God damn. You might say 1 or 2. Joey ain't saying 1. How about 7 for you, Joey?
0. Don't count shit. Don't even plan on bringing diapers. No baby shower. Take that shit to Shimani. I'm not doing that shit.
Also, Shimani says 7. God damn.
Good.
God damn. 7. Shimani had the 7 kids. You're gonna be crazy as cat shit.
But yeah, much love, family. See you guys.
What's up, family? What's up, guys?
Time, come back and catch up with me and her as we talk about the videos we're going to be discussing. But thank you so much.
I know that's a lot of, I know, well, that's a lot of fucking. I know. I knew that's gonna catch Joby off guard.